Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And I am officially in the wedding season of my life. I've had one friend wedding that I've been to so far, and I have 2 beach weddings this year, which means I need some wedding dresses. And I was wondering where to shop for them and figured I would just buy a bunch and share them with you guys. If you're also in the wedding guest dress struggle, I have mostly affordable Amazon options, but I do have one from Lulu's and one from Abercrombie as well. I tried to look at other places for wedding guest dresses, but some of these places are like $200 to $300 for a dress. And I'm like, I just don't know how much use I'm going to be getting out of these. So trying to stay a little bit more on the affordable side. So if you guys have other suggestions for places to get wedding guest dresses, I can definitely do another video like this. But without further ado, let's start going into the dresses. Starting out with this dress from the brand ZESICA. This is a brand that I have ordered on Amazon before. This specific style of like kind of like a beachy satin with like a big flower on it, I've been seeing a lot across even more expensive brands. So like I saw it on Maxi, I saw it at Abercrombie, but then I saw it on Amazon. A lot of the other ones were just like strapless, and I just like don't really like strapless. So I wanted to try this one. This was $40. I got a size small. It is made of a satin and it's also lined. The material actually has a little bit of stretch to it as well. Something that bothered me about some of these more affordable Amazon brands was that the smallest size is small, and I just have a feeling that that might be a little bit too big. So anyways, we have these little spaghetti straps and they are adjustable. This one does have a slit down the back of the dress. Overall quality seems okay. You can definitely tell that the straps are just kind of like sewn on here, nothing outstanding, but it is like a relatively affordable dress. So let's try it on. All right, here we are. I actually like this one a lot more than I thought. I got kind of a boring color. It does come in more fun colors, but I just wanted to like mix it up with like the blue color scheme I was going for. So I'm actually really liking the material of this one. It looks like a satin, but it actually has a lot of stretch to it. That's why I'm kind of bummed that it only comes in size small as the smallest size, because I do have a little bit of space along back here, which is always where I get gaping. So with that stretch, I feel like I could have gotten an extra small, but it doesn't come in an extra small. So anyways, the neckline is very simple. I am wearing a strapless bra because I just didn't want to have any straps with these spaghetti straps. The straps are not elasticated, but they are adjustable, and there's no zipper or anything to get it up, but you don't really need to because of the stretch. This one is basically bodycon, so I would say it's not super forgiving in the belly area, although it's not skin tight in that area. And I feel like with the stretch of it, it does kind of give like almost a ruched effect. And then the length, it is another kind of like midi length, hits right like at the base of my calf. We do have that little slit in the back, and I feel like this is a nice alternative to those really expensive dresses in this print, except this one has straps again, which is nice. So yeah, honestly, this one feels pretty good on. I would recommend it. Our next dress, for some reason, I was very drawn to this like orangey coral and teal combo. This isn't really teal, just like regular blue, but the orange blue combo just screams like beach wedding for me. So this one is from the brand PRETTYGARDEN. I have tried some of their stuff on Amazon as well. This one was $36.99 and I got a size small. This one is made of like a stretchy mesh material, and so it's a mesh layer on the outside with that print, and then it's lined with a solid blue, and it's kind of bodycon, which I'm usually not about a bodycon dress, because even though I literally have visible abs, my stomach's not flat. So, you know, and that's okay. But then I eat a big meal because like we're at a wedding, and I just like, you know, it's just not something I like. I like things to like flow away from the tummy area a little bit. So I thought this little ruching might be kind of flattering there. This one has a slit down the back as well. This one does feel a little bit better quality. It has like a little bit more weight to it as well. Here's a close-up of that fabric. You can see that mesh layer is on the outside and then a solid blue on the inside. Okay, here we are with this dress. I did throw on some heels, and it's fitting well in a size small, and a nice thing about it is I can wear a regular bra underneath it. I'll come a little closer so we can talk about the top. So I can wear a regular bra underneath it because it doesn't have a scooping front or back. I feel like I would like it better if it did have a little bit something more going on in the neckline area, not like so full coverage. And I do really like the pattern, and I also like how it feels. It's very lightweight, very stretchy. It was pretty easy to get on because it is so stretchy, but I really don't like having to put dresses over my head. So I prefer when they do have some sort of zipper, and this one does not. I do like the ruching going on. I just feel like it's a little bit more flattering in the tummy area. And then full length view, it does have that little slit in the back, so you can see that. And then on me, since I'm 5'9", it is more of a like midi length dress, but honestly I'm okay with the midi length because when it comes to like a full floor length dress, then you have to deal with like hemming it and things like that. So I still feel like this is like formal but beachy. So yeah, I feel like I like this one, but could be doing a little bit more for me, especially the top is just kind of boring with nothing going on. I do like a little bit of a scooping neckline. And then here's the back, just very simple. Then we have the one dress I got from Abercrombie. I was in like this like melon corally kind of mood, and I saw this dress and I just thought it was so cute. So this is the A&F Halter maxi dress. I got a size extra small tall. It does come in size petite, regular, and tall. And I got an extra small because for some reason lately Abercrombie I've been wearing the extra small. The small just hasn't been tight enough, especially with dresses. Like normally I need the small to fit like my hips and my thighs. If we're just doing tops, then I'm okay with just an extra small. So this is a halter, which isn't my normal style, but it is very beachy. The whole dress is made of like this lightweight chiffon with these really cute pleats. We do have a zip up the side to get it on nice and easily. And it also has these hook and eye closures at the front here. So let's hope this fits my bust because this color is very cute. Probably not one of my best colors, but with a self tan. Oh, and this one was $140, but never buy Abercrombie full price. I think I paid like $115, which is still a lot compared to these other ones. But I did want to try something at a higher price point. This dress definitely feels like it has better construction and a little more weight to it, but don't always underestimate Amazon. Sometimes things are good. Okay, I was worried about this one and my worries have materialized. So my issue with this one, and this is like what I see a lot of dresses do, they make it so that like the top of the dress, it's meant to actually hit like the middle of your rib cage, but then like it's really only made for people with like super small busts, because my girls are here and the waist is here, but this can't actually be like right under my bust. It just kind of creates this kind of awkward in between. Like I feel like the band should go either right below the bust or all the way to the waist, and it's kind of that awkward in between to the point where it just is giving me this like double boob situation. It just looks weird. It's not very flattering up at the top. Just disappointing. So Abercrombie, I love a lot of their clothes, but a lot of their dresses just like don't do it for me. Like their wedding guest dresses specifically, I just feel like there are a lot of like very strange styles. Like why do we only have this and like a drop waist? I'm not ready for a drop waist unless it's going to actually be fitted along my body, and if you don't have a stretchy fabric, it's not going to be. So anyways, rant over, but I did like the zip at the side. We have a little hook and eye at the top. We do have the hook and eyes here, but I don't like how visible they are. I wish they were a little more hidden. God, I just hate how my girls look in this dress. We do have that halter neck. It is a tie. I think the color is so cute. It's just so like melon and fun. And then let's take a look at the bottom. It's a bummer because this dress actually has amazing fabric. Like the fabric feels so good. It has so much movement to it, and the hem is really nice. Like all the pleats fall very well, so I think I could really like this material. Just the neckline is really not doing it for me, but let me know what you guys think. I could kind of tell it looked a little bit off on the model on the website, but I don't know what I was hoping. Even if this band was under my bust, I'm not really into like a baby doll type style. Like you just lose my whole waist when you do that. Then full length view, here is the back. I got quite a few dresses from PRETTYGARDEN, I guess. They were just the ones that called out to me most on Amazon. So this is the cowl neck dress from PRETTYGARDEN. I got size small, $46.98, and it's this royal blue with a little cowl neck, and it has that same kind of like stretchy mesh material. Full maxi length. I do think it may float away from the body a little bit. Then we also have these stretchy adjustable straps. The whole thing is stretchy, so it doesn't have any sort of zipper to get it on. Let's try it on. Okay, here is this dress. Again, size small, mostly fitting well, just like a little bit of space in the back area, but I don't think it needs to be like skin tight, so I think it's good. This one is hitting a little bit below the calf. No slit or anything on this one, and no zipper or anything either. It's just super stretchy. So I'm liking this material that they've been using because it has this nice stretch to it, just drapes along the body well. All right, taking a look up at the top first. So I am wearing a strapless bra with this one. We have spaghetti straps that are adjustable in the back. And then this one has a cowl neck. I wish there was a little bit more going on with the cowl neck. Like, give me some cleavage. Where's the cleavage? I know I didn't choose dresses with cleavage, but I guess we have some, just not these ones. But I just wish that the cowl neck was like, I don't know, a little bit more. It is just kind of gently draping there, so a little bit more than nothing. I do feel like this one definitely like is clinging to areas in the mid body, so just be aware of that. This one definitely feels more bodycon. But yeah, I really like their stretchy mesh fabric. It feels very lightweight for summer. And if I were in a pinch, this dress would absolutely work. I feel like it looks elegant, but it's also Amazon, so it comes really fast. And then I saw this little two-piece moment, also from Amazon. I think this is also Pretty Garden. Yeah, this is Pretty Garden, $41.99. And even though I don't want to be showing like a lot of skin, I just thought the two-piece moment was actually quite cute. So this is made of a satin material. Looking at the skirt, there is like a 1-inch elastic at the top of the waist to help keep it up, and this is just a typical satin. It doesn't have any stretch to it. And then the top is this high neck. It does have these little buttons in the back, and it does come with an extra button as well. And it's kind of like a bubble hem on the top, which I just thought was like kind of cute and trendy. Let's try it on. Okay, next we have the two-piece, and this one's actually fitting quite well. The skirt does not have any sort of zipper or anything, but the elastic had enough give that I was able to get it on, and it sits right at the smallest point of my waist, so I would say it's true to size. There's no slit or anything in this one, but it does have a good amount of give and movement to the bottom. It's another kind of midi length. It does go like a couple inches below my knees. And then even with my long torso, I'm only showing like an inch or two of skin. Like if you have a shorter torso than me, it might just kind of like meet and greet and look like you're not even wearing a two-piece set. This dress actually reminds me a lot of a dress that I did get from Lulu's for a recent wedding in October last year. But anyways, I actually really like this one. Let's do some close-ups. So the top, I am wearing a strapless bra with this one because when I wore a regular bra, the neckline is actually asymmetrical, so it's more of a wide tank on the right side. Then it comes in to have this little like fabric draping effect on the left side. So you probably could wear like a strap if it goes like around your neck a little bit, but I just went with strapless. I actually think the way the fabric drapes is really cute, very elegant. I really like the little bubble hem. It's just a little bit different. I feel like the top is really fun. I think the waist of the skirt definitely takes away from the dress a little bit. Like you can kind of tell it's an elastic. It's not the end of the world, but I think the top is just kind of like better than the bottom. Anyways, definitely can accommodate a larger bust, which is nice. You also have basically a turtleneck, like it is going up along the neck. And then I tried to button it in the back. I think I only got one of the buttons though. And I think the light blue color of this one is nice. I don't know if satin is like super beachy, but definitely good for just like a regular wedding. But what do you guys think about the skin showing? I feel like if someone wore this to my wedding, I wouldn't care. But definitely depends on the crowd. Then we have a short option from Lulu's. This is the only dress I got from Lulu's. I used to always shop Lulu's, but whenever I go on their website now, I feel like their long dresses are just like not the vibes I'm looking for. So many ruffles, so much volume, and it doesn't have that like simple, like elegant look I'm going for. So I was thinking about placing an order from Maxi. Let me know if you guys have had good luck from there. But again, I told you guys I've been into the blue and orange combo, so I thought this could be like a good like welcome dinner outfit for the beach wedding I will be going to. This is the Paradise Blue floral tie-back mini dress. I got a size small, and this was $75. It's made of like a cotton linen blend, has a little V neckline. Then we just have classic tank straps, and it does tie in the back, which is nice because it can kind of give me a little more bust support there. Lulu's sometimes has their own brands, and then they're also like a boutique, so they carry other brands. This one is from the brand Rhythm. Just check the fabric. It's a rayon linen blend, but it definitely has that like linen feel. And this one is a shorter option. Let's try it on. And then here is this dress. It is not my normal style in the fact that it just kind of like flares away after the top, but I feel like the colors are really fun. So on the top, I'm actually fitting in mostly to the top area, and I think that's just because you can really just like adjust it to your own bust in the back and kind of tighten it. And I just feel like so many dresses are just not made for people with like, you know, unenhanced chests or like larger natural busts, because so many dresses just expect the girls to just like defy gravity on their own. And I'm like, no, I kind of need to be like held and lifted a little bit, and that is just so hard to find. And I actually feel like this dress has like a designated spot for the girls, and kind of in with that back band we can kind of like tie them in and they're actually staying in place. So I like that. Definitely a little cleavage, but I don't feel like it's too much. We do have a little V-neck. The linen is really lightweight. I feel like the colors are just super cute. In terms of length, it's definitely a little short, but it still goes like a couple inches below the glutes here, so it's mini, but it's not so short that I don't feel like I could be comfortable wearing it. But like I said, it's kind of baby doll. It does just kind of like float away after the bust area, and normally I like a little bit of like a waist defining moment. So let me know what you guys think, but I think the colors are just so cute on this one that it might be worth it. One more cocktail option. This is another Amazon brand. This is a GOKATOSAU women's deep V backless halter dress. So I got a size small. This one is $40. This one, I feel like it has potential. It doesn't feel great and the stitching doesn't look like excellent from the inside, but from the outside it looks pretty good. We do have a zipper up the side, and the reason why I wanted to get this one is I'm all about a dress that like has like some adjustability. So it has this deep V in the front, and you can tie the neck, but you could also tie the waist area, so that gives you a lot of control over the sizing, and then hopefully it's long enough. So let's try it on. All right, here we are with this dress. Actually like this one more than expected. Like I said, the inside stitching didn't look great, but from the outside I'm not having any issues, and we have this really nice open back. I like that you can tie the neck and below the bust so that I can make sure that it's like nice and snug along the waist area, really defines the waist. Even though this is definitely like a plunging neckline, it still actually has like a good amount of space in this area. I will say, I feel like this would contour the bust a little bit better if it had a little bit of stretch to it, because right now it's like kind of like tight along the middle and then a little bit loose along like the insides, just because it's hard to like get it tied quite right. But I think overall it's working. I did put in some cups, so I probably would get those like double-sided sticky ones to really make sure everything stays in place. But if you're going to like a cocktail wedding, or even like not for a wedding, I think this is actually cute. And the length is actually not crazy short. It goes several inches below my glutes, and like, you know, it's still upper thigh, but it's not like super mini. So as a tall girl, I still feel okay with this. I liked that it had the zip at the sides. It made it easier to get on. And there's also a little elastic at the back here, and it sits along my back well. It fits true to size. So yeah, I definitely am getting like a little gaping along here. But if you just had like some tape or glue just like keep everything down, I feel like this one actually fits really well. Okay guys, that is it for the wedding guest dresses. I do think a lot of them were good. I just don't really think that they're what I'm looking for this wedding, but let me know if you feel like any of the dresses I tried on you really liked. I do think I'm going to keep this one as like a rehearsal dinner dress for the beach wedding that I have coming up, because I do feel like this has the right vibes for that. But the actual reception dress, I'm just not sure. Maybe I'll try a different color of that like slip dress with a flower on it, just because that one's like kind of similar to white. We probably want a different color if we're wearing it to a wedding. If you guys have any other websites you'd like me to check out for wedding guest dresses, let me know. I would like things that are like large bust friendly. Everything's made for people who just have absolutely nothing, and I would just like to be like flattered a little bit, supported a little bit. Shouldn't be too much to ask. All of these will be linked down below if you like them. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!